Hey friends, it is my pleasure to have you back to Taste Timeline. Suppose this. It is a weekend and your family is eating burgers and everybody is happy and everybody is laughing and the sauce is dripping and pure joy is in the air. Have you ever thought about where the burger comes from? I thought that the burger was entirely an invention. Now I am going to take you on a kind of time journey to discover the origins of the burger. We may find out a lot of things that will surprise you about the burger. Welcome everybody. I am Raj of Taste Timeline, where we get into the warm and interesting story of the everyday foods that we all enjoy like the burger. You might like burgers at backyard barbecues at fast food restaurants or at restaurants, but this story is aimed at you and the burger. We shall go back to history. Find out how a simple dish made of minced meat turned into one of the most iconic dishes of comfort in the world, the burger. And in case you enjoy learning the history of the foods that you eat on a basis like the burger, you will love this story about the burger. We should go on this trip to learn more about the burger. Our tale of the burger stretches back a time before some may realize. Thousands of years. Early nomadic warriors and traders, such as the Mongols, would soften meat by sitting on their saddles as they rode. They ate this minced meat to provide energy in case of long journeys, just like the burger. Suppose ancient travelers were on trips riding horses all day. This was no mere food. It was lifeblood like the burger. This concept of the burger later spread to Europe. The city of Hamburg in Germany had a dish popularly known as the Hamburg steak by the century, which is related to the burger. It was a kind of minced beef, which was usually made with onions or breadcrumbs to the burger. They did not eat this as a meal in Germany, but as a family comfort food, like the burger. It was a cheap meal taken by German families, just like the burger. The recipe was transported by sailors and travelers, spreading wherever they traveled, and that is how the burger started to spread. This way, the name of the Hamburger is a name of this city in Germany, and it is a good thing that food brings back memories of generations like the burger. In the 1800s, new opportunities were waiting in America, and thousands of immigrants sailed there with their favorite recipes, including the Hamburg steak, which is related to the burger. Imagine it. You leave your land, go to a new place with just memories and recipes like the recipe for the burger. These immigrants did not only come with food. They came with a home, and they brought the burger with them. Street vendors in New York and other port cities started selling this minced meat in the bustling streets between two slices of bread, which became the burger. It was fast-filling and could be consumed during work or walking like the burger. This was a sandwich that came to be referred to as the hamburger, the burger. Gradually began to transform history, the history of the burger. The earliest recorded assertion was in New Haven, Connecticut in 1880s, when a man named Louis Lasson is reported to have sold a patty of ground beef between slices of bread at his lunch wagon, which was like the burger. The popular White Castle restaurant chain began in the 1920s around the period and served in making burgers. The burger, common and affordable to most of the families in America. After Second World War, the soldiers who had tried the burger in other countries on a mission during the post-war era, came home with the urge, and something unbelievable occurred, something that changed the burger. The McDonald brothers had started fast food restaurants, such as McDonald's, which was later grown by Ray Kroc into a brand, by using the simple burger, the burger, to make it a global brand. They have developed a system in order to enable families to have regular and delicious burgers, the burger, fast and cheaply. Perhaps you recall your burger, the burger as well, that flavor, that thrill. Nowadays, the burger have gone over the world, and each culture has made its own beautiful moment. Spicy Indian burgers in Japan, or fancy, made up with local cheeses like a family recipe worldwide, but still the burger. Deep down, the burger is still a symbol of comfort, convenience, and unity, the burger. Below are some of the surprises of this voyage about the burger. The name hamburger was used to refer to the meat in Hamburg and not the bun, which is a fact about the burger. Over 50 billion burgers, the burger, are eaten every year around the world, which is amazing. What the loveliest thing is. The burger continue to be a family favorite, be it at a summer barbecue, a fast meal after an hectic day, or even a special meal with your loved ones, and that is the beauty of the burger. Did you know that surprised you about the burger? Share in the comments. What is your favorite burger? What do you like about the burger? So friends, it is not the origin of the burger that is concerned with one individual and one nation. The burger has a rich history. It is a tale of old travelers' families in Germany, courageous immigrants, and the sheer pleasure of eating together the burger. Food is not merely about eating, it has tales, history, and feelings. That is what makes the burger special. Perhaps this is why even a plain burger, the burger is so special because of its history and the memories it brings. The time you sink your teeth in a nice juicy burger. The burger, take a moment to smile and realize the long warm path it traveled to get to your plate, the journey of the burger. And in case you liked this story about the burger, please consider giving the video a thumbs up, subscribing to the Taste Timeline, and commenting. What is your favorite way to eat the burger? Would you like cheeseburger or a local twist? What do you like about the burger? I do enjoy reading your stories about the burger. Thanks a million, I appreciate your time now, and I hope you learned something about the burger. Until time in another episode, we will uncover another juicy chapter in food history, and maybe we will learn more about the burger. Until that, be careful, eat with family, and taste the past, and remember the burger. And goodbye for now.